want to say something, please let's make it very brief so that we give the chance to the rest of the people to speak. Okay, let us listen to Mr. TBC profession, something like that. From
Yes.
Okay.
This is Mr. TBC Professional. Yes.
Oh,
Good afternoon.
where are you from? Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Bangladesh, and right now I'm in Dubai. I'm calling from Dubai.
Fantastic. Welcome.
I'm very excited. I'm doing TBC, and why I write it down, Mr. TBC Professional, because I made good amount of money in TBC already.
Good.
So I'm very excited.
What do you think? What do you think of the rotator?
Yes, I'm already in there, and
Yeah,
I
good.
have two great questions. Please, I hope you can take very seriously.
Sure.
And the question of number one, the merchant. I have one of my downline. He have the grocery, and
Okay.
I make him a merchant.
Good.
The thing is, some of the people we are giving, they offer 50% cash. We pay. They can pay 50% cash, and they can pay 50% TBC single. The thing is, one single equal to 11 point some dollars. But some of the people, they want to buy one soap, and they want to buy some groceries, food, and it is not coming even one single. So let's say if customer can pay by like $20, sorry, $5, how they can pay? So if it is paying by like that, it could be better.
All right. So you're bringing up two separate points regarding merchants.
Yeah.
The first point is how to restock the shelf, kind of question, right? And the second question is right now one Kringle is like $10 or $11, and that doesn't really fit with smaller purchases, right? In a grocery, right? So yeah, I've actually, believe it or not, I've addressed both of these questions many times, but maybe
excuse
the
me,
first time.
admin, I have another one question, please. It's very important. Excuse me, sorry for that. Because my family background is perfumes, and in Dubai, in Middle East especially, there is lots of perfumes companies is there. And already I have one of the big companies. There is more than 10,000 people are working, and those people, they have everyday transaction. So I want them to, they can do with the transaction with TBC, and so they are agree. But the registration is now at the moment very difficult, because the face verification is making me a little bit very difficult, especially lots of people living in Bangladesh, and some of the people like lower class people, they can't do the face verification, and this is little bit difficult. So if you can give us a the facility that without face verification right now at the moment, at least we can do the registration, it could be very good for us, for I think every one of us. It could be very good.
I've just had a lot of problems with dishonesty in the community, my friend. To be honest with you.
All right.
I did my best. I waited 4 years. Facial recognition was something I came up with 3 years ago. I waited 3 years, but I did everything in my power to teach these guys. I'm not talking about the people here in the meeting per se, but the whole 3.6 million that we have, members, to teach them to be honest and not to hoard, not to hack, not to do anything that's dishonest. And we just hit a wall. The abuse, hit a crescendo recently. So I'm answering your third question first. And there's no way around facial recognition, because it's the only sure way to stop all of that. I'll just call it fraud. To stop all of that fraud that goes on.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, but we're private, so we're not going to be grabbing people's driver's license and passports and things like that. I'm saying that's not us. we're separate. We're our own thing. You know, we're
Yeah.
self-regulated.
Yeah,
But
it's
see, the face works, but there's about 3 billion people that have the technology in their hands right now today. So
yes, I got
there's
it.
about 3 billion out of 7.5 billion that already have a smartphone in their hand, because the
Yeah.
cost of them, even for, you can buy them brand new for $50. They're not like an iPhone or like Samsung, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of off brands that they work pretty good, and they're still like most of them are probably using the Android technology,
Yeah.
operating, you know, and so you pick one up for $50, and you got a way to do facial verification in your hand, and then it's a
Okay.
matter of people learning how to do it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we're kind of, you probably classify us as a pioneer, because facial recognition is not yet a normal part of our life. But
Yeah.
5 years from now, I wouldn't be surprised if you need the fridge, your refrigerator has to recognize your face before it allows you to open it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they put facial recognition on a refrigerator. It's going to be everywhere, on everything. So
Yeah.
we're kind of pioneering something, and it's a little bit cumbersome. So please bear with it. It just is what it has to be. Okay. So that's the
All
answer
right.
to your third question.
Well, thank you very much.
The other two questions, I'd like to encourage our merchants, if wanting to accept, TBC, I would encourage them to promote at the cash register, joining TBC,
All right.
okay, and actually paying the admin fee, right, to their customers. That way, the merchant can be collecting Bitcoin bounties.
Yeah.
For now, they can collect Bitcoin bounties to offset, the restocking that they have to do. Okay. But soon that won't even be a concern, because fast forward 4 months from now, something like that, we will have so many merchants that are part of the community that merchants will start to be more open to the idea of just accepting TBC at whatever. They have a choice of 0, 10%, 20%, all the way up to 100%. But it'd be their choice to how much they want to accept, and then they know that whatever they accept, they can use that with other merchants. You know,
Yes.
as a as a consumer, if you will. And then later on, when we have fast forward 6 months from now, 9 months from now, we have tens of millions of merchants, and that would probably drill right down to the bottom of many supply chains.
Yeah.
Restocking shelves won't be a problem. Okay, so because it'll just work its way there. It'll work its way down to the root level of every supply chain, and pretty soon transportation companies and all the middlemen involved in moving product from creation to consumer, every step in between, can be covered in using TBC. Right now, I just put up a video about the collapse of the dollar. And when the dollar collapses, it's likely to take every currency in the world down with it. Okay, so if you understand what the elite have built, they put a time bomb in it, and it's going off right now. So pretty soon people are gonna be like, well, what's the alternative? And TBC might be one of the few things around. It's like, well, we're an alternative. If you can't use that paper stuff anymore, if all the banks are closed because they're all bankrupt, and
Yes.
and the paper money is worthless, and there's a complete collapse, we can still pay for things with digital, right? And
Yeah.
so we're shifting right now. The whole world is shifting in that direction, and we're part of it. And people will start to say, yeah, I'm just going to go with TBC. TBC makes more sense than anything else. It's going to turn into that. And we're not talking 4 or 5 years from now. I'm talking, I gave you a set of 4 months, 6 months, 9 months. things are going to happen quickly, and the merchant is the one that decides, what level that they want to accept, and there's no pressure from us on, what level they're accepting. And if you're putting pressure on them, you shouldn't, okay? Because I'm not advising you to do that. I'm advising you just get them listed. Right now, what we need is listings. List. If you just set them up as a listing, there's no pressure, right?
Yeah.
Then the second question you had was merchant related regarding how do I buy a piece of gum? Am I going to spend $11 on a piece of gum? Well, we already have the upgrade ready for that, and it's got 15 digits on it. Okay, so you'll be able to buy, you can buy an atom of a piece of gum if you want to with 15 digits. You know what I'm saying? So
that's great.
Right now we only have 6 digits, and so it's because of that 6 digits, that's why it's so expensive right now. But soon it will have 15, and we're ready to roll it out. I'm just waiting for the active members to, get through the facial recognition before I start dealing with the inactive members that refuse to contribute financially to what we're doing, but they still want to use their wallet, and that's fine. So, I'd rather put the active people ahead of the inactive people. Otherwise, we would have already had the upgrade last month. I would have released it last month, but I have to wait until I feel comfortable with the active members, because I'm going to get, for every active member, there's like 100,000 inactive members. You know what I'm saying? There's like a 1 to 100,000 ratio. So it could be a lot to deal with. So the upgrade's going to come soon. I think it will be this month. I think so.
Thank you very much. There will be lots of people will be becoming active member in Dubai, because it's there is more than 200 different countries in the world. There is people coming over here in Dubai, and we are offering so many people here. So this is the perfect time to doing the TBC. And thank you very much, admin. It was a fantastic opportunity to giving us, and really tremendous. Thank you all. Thank you very much. God bless.
Dubai is probably one of the future things of the world. I've been there. It could become bigger than New York or something like that. I mean, it's a global city, and people from all over the whole world, come into Dubai. It could easily be like known as the global city in a very near future.
I brought up in this country, in Dubai. I'm originally from Bangladesh, but my father was here more than 35 years.
Wow.
There you are. So I can help you in Dubai, in Middle East, very great history, and I can build up a great team here in Dubai. And right now I'm doing full time, and I'm very serious. And I love TBC. I am TBC.
Great.
I'm TBC professionals. Yes, I am.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Edwin.
You're welcome. Yeah,
Thank
Dubai's full of deep pockets. That's one place. If you want to be swimming around deep pockets, they're like within 3 feet of you. There's a deep pocket everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's a deep pocket. So huge potential.
Huge potential.
At one point, I was thinking of putting an office in Dubai.
Of course, why not? Of course, because here is lots of big company here in Dubai, and everybody is accepting most of them. I have more than 100 meeting with the different merchants. They are going to accept 50% cash and 50% our TBC single coin.
Yeah, a lot of these merchants can afford to take a hit for a few months, and they won't care, because they some of them have deep pockets themselves, so they can probably live with a hit for a few months until the merchant base builds up. But once I've trained this team of 111,000, we'll have like 500,000 merchants joining every month within a few months. 500,000 every month.
Yeah, the good news is, admin, in front of my house there is a Bitcoin exchange near to my house here in Dubai, where I lived, near to my house, and that man is going to join in TBC next week.
Beautiful.
Next week.
Yeah, Make sure he understands the rotator, because that's our secret sauce right now. So while those
Yeah.
positions are open, make
Yeah.
sure. To me, I would. I don't. If I was you guys, if I was in your position and I didn't have my job that I as running everything, but if I was just one of you, I would like forget everything I know about TBC and forget everything I know about cryptocurrency and forget everything I know about everything, and I'd only remember one thing, and that's the rotator. I would become the rotator expert, and like all I talk about is the rotator. And if anybody asks me questions about TBC or cryptocurrency or anything, I'd be like, I don't know about that. All I know is I expect to get like $500,000 a month, like a year from now, from this rotator, and you should position yourself now to grab one of those spots while you can, because they'll go soon. And that's all I would do all day long if I was you guys.
Yeah.
Talk about the rotator. Just make it all about the rotator, because
Definitely.
as long as they understand that, everything else they'll figure it out later.
Definitely. And my team will be becoming one of the great big payment. I'm the king.
Good. I hope
Yes.
a
This
whole
is my
bunch of
promise to you here.
yeah. Make it happen, my friend.
Yeah.
Like your,
thank you very much.
I like
the
your
lockdown is here open because there is people who cannot go out, and still now is open, but there is no people in the outside in the street. This is the big problems, and people are worrying about the coronavirus.
well.
This is the
You gotta let them know it doesn't exist. Be
Yeah.
out there, letting them know that it doesn't exist.
Yeah, there you are.
You know.
Thank you very much, Edmund. There is so many people are waiting to talk with you. Thank you very much, and
You're
God bless.
welcome.
Thank you very much to every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. TBC.
I'm
Thank you, Joyce.
gonna drop a link in the chat here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me grab this link.
Yeah.
Guys, anybody who talks about the virus, make sure they get this link, okay? Share this link with everybody who talks about the virus.
All right.
Hang on a second, everyone, and drop it. Okay, there you go. Grab that, Mr. TBC.